Good afternoon, Dr. Puri. This is Carolina from State Adventures. I finally got all the reservations back from Guatemala and Belize. So I'm hopping on here to go through the itinerary with all of you. This, I hope, will help understand the logistics. You can jot down questions as we go through the itinerary, and then we can tweak it to make sure it is perfect for everybody. So without wasting too much of your time, let me share my screen, and you will get this PDF as well in your email. So here is the trip. March 8th, which is a Friday, you're going to take your international flight and arrive in Guatemala City. My team will be there waiting for you with a State Adventure sign with your names on it, and we'll take you to your hotel in Antigua. It's about a 45-minute drive from the airport. Antigua is a really beautiful colonial city. I have spent many weeks here. I have taken my own family here. It is one of my favorite cities in Central America. Really wonderful to explore. So we will stay here for a few nights at Las Cruces. Las Cruces is one of those gorgeous hotels, an old mansion that was renovated into a boutique style hotel, one of the best in Antigua. So I'm very excited to share it with you. We have 4 rooms available. Why? Because even though we have kids traveling with us, the rooms in these boutique hotels are usually smaller, and they don't sometimes have triple rooms or quad rooms. So I'm starting off with 4 rooms across the board at all hotels for your party of 8. You let me know. Do you want to have 3 rooms instead? Or how do you want to do the rooming? We can tweak it. I'm here to help. So the next day, once you wake up, you have your beautiful breakfast, our team will come back, pick you up. You will always have a local guide that's private for your family, and also a vehicle big enough, private for the 8 of you to be comfortable with your bags. And, everybody has their own space. Make sure that it's a nice car. Most of our transportation here in Central America are luxury minibuses or very large vans, like a Mercedes vans, just to give you an idea. And I can get you some photos as well of the transportation we use. So March 9th will be dedicated to seeing the best of Antigua. We're going to do tons of walking around this cobblestone, gorgeous city. It's surrounded by 3 volcanoes. It has lots of cultural diversity. And of course, there's some delicious things that we can do here. We're going to do a candy workshop, which is very different because a lot of tours will offer chocolate workshops. So you will taste chocolate all throughout Latin America. But to play with candy and sugar, it's a little bit different. And my daughters had so much fun doing that with a local grandma in the back of a candy shop. So it was kind of dreamy, and we had a great time. So we're going to do that with you as well. And of course, this tour will be open to customization. If you want to go to markets, this is the day we can do that. If you want to go to hike up to the cross, we can do that for some stunning views. I have tons of adventure for you. So on this first day, it's kind of like a welcome to Guatemala, and not too much activity where you're not hiking and doing strenuous things or adrenaline things, but that's coming. Don't worry. So the following day, we will rise in the morning after breakfast and go climb Pacaya volcano. I have done this hike myself multiple times. It is very exciting because trails are different every time I go back to Guatemala, because this is an active volcano and lava flows and creates different trails. And we on top have a picnic. We have marshmallows that we roast from the lava heat. It is so much fun. It is also a strenuous activity. It is quite hard to hike up to the peak. We have horses that we can rent along the way if somebody doesn't want to walk all the way, but it is stairs and kind of trails, dirt trails all throughout. It's a gorgeous hike, and you will have our team join you all along the way. And afterwards, to make sure you're relaxed, we're going to take you to an eco lodge so you can go to hot springs, so you can enjoy this natural wonder that's in Guatemala. That's a product of being near a volcano. So natural hot springs after climbing Pacaya. And on March 11th, we are leaving Guatemala or Antigua City, and we are going to Atitlan, which is the most famous, mystical, magical lake in Guatemala. It is a sacred place. There are many villages that live all along the lake, and we will do a few activities here that will allow you to not only meet the local communities that live in the lake, or around the lake, but also get some adrenaline pumping. So we're going to start with the Atitlan Natural Reserve. This is like a jungled up kind of cloud forest all around the lake, and we will do zip lining here. So you really start off right with an adventure. And then you will take a boat to your hotel, which is Casa Palopo. This is the best hotel on Lake Atitlan. There are just a few hotels that are scattered. Everything else is kind of like little hostel style accommodation. So this is a proper hotel, quite beautiful. And so we will get here by boat in the afternoon so you can enjoy. And then the following day, we're doing kayaking, we're doing hiking, we're going to visit the San Juan community. So it's a day filled with activity, with adrenaline, with lots of, adventures for your family. And of course, meeting some of the indigenous tribes that live around the lake, and they're known for their art. This is a great place to go shopping for some beautiful Guatemalan colors to bring home. And of course, we arrange lunch during that tour as well. And on day 6, we thought it would be really interesting for your family to have a blessing by a local shaman and a Mayan ceremony. This is very special, very unique. This is not a touristy thing. This is something that the communities will do for weddings or for birthdays. So we will arrange a shaman to come and do that with your family. So you can, again, come face to face with some of the communities, get to know what it's like to live here, do some hiking, because we got to get to the community to get to the ceremony. So I thought it was a great goodbye to Lake Atitlan, which is really the mystical point of Guatemala. And afterwards, we take a short flight to we drive to Guatemala City, where the airport is, which is about a 4-hour drive, so we can relax. We'll have lunch. And then we're going to take a short flight, maybe 25 minutes, to Tikal, which are the largest ruins complex in Central America, the most discovered, the most uncovered, and really spectacular and worthy of a visit. So we're going to arrive to Las Lagunas Luxury Lodge. This is a great jungle lodge near the ruins. They will have dinner waiting for you here. As you see, it's a great combination of luxury, but also you wake up and you know that you're in a lodge, you know you're in the jungle, you're on the river as well. So lots to explore here while we are in Tikal. So day 7, we're going to dedicate the whole day to the ruins. This is a huge complex. You could really spend 3 or 4 days visiting all of the temples, but we will focus on the most exciting, on the most beautiful, the most discovered, and also the ones that you can climb, because you can go to the top of many of these pyramids and watch the sunset and really enjoy knowing that you are here where the Mayans stood. So very, really wonderful place. We'll have lunch inside the Citadel. There's a restaurant right there in the middle of the jungle. And then day 8, we are continuing from Guatemala to Belize. So we're going to take you to the border, which is not far from the Tikal ruins. Here we will switch cars, because now you're going to meet my Belize team. And now we are on tropical time, okay? Belize is all about the islands. It's all about, adventure in rivers and caves and tubing. And it is on a different clock. It's very Caribbean feeling here. So once we arrive, I wanted to welcome you with a horseback ride tour, because we haven't done any of that in Guatemala. So a beautiful horseback ride to Zunantanich ruins. And those are ruins that are very special, because there are still paints and colorful art of the Mayans that are left on the ruins. This is very unusual. I have traveled, over 40 times to Latin America. I'm kind of an expert in all the ruins. I love visiting them, and they are all very different. And I will go to the deepest jungles to explore ruins that have been discovered. And Zunantanich, even though they are so close to the little village and so accessible, they are some of the most impressive because of this art that you can find on them. So getting there by horse is a true adventure. You're going to pass a river, you're going to go to the ruins, and then stay at the Cha Creek, which is a fantastic jungle lodge. It's really, truly spoiling you through and through, but you definitely feel like you're in the jungle. They have a butterfly farm here, beautiful pools, lots and lots of space to explore. And if time allows, we will also take you to the Iguana Project, which is a great little community project where you can step into this massive enclosure where there are hundreds of iguanas, and you can learn all about them as they crawl on your head and whatnot. And now we are off to the islands of Ambergris Caye, but on the way there, we are going to do some river tubing. We're going to do some more zip lining. This is on the Belizean side. We're going to have a traditional Belizean lunch, which probably consists of rice and beans and some grilled meats. If you enjoy meat, you let me know because we have lots of diet options for you. And then we will take a short flight. It looks like this. So it'll probably be a private plane for the 8 of you. And we will arrive in San Pedro, which is the village of Ambergris Caye. And here on the way, if time allows, we will pop into the baboon sanctuary because this is another great place where you can learn about the local wildlife. And they're so accessible. They're everywhere, the howler monkeys. And on Ambergris Caye, you're going to stay at the Victoria House in 4 Palmetto rooms, which is like a one building with multiple rooms inside it, all private, all en suites. This is the best hotel on the island. Getting 4 rooms will be tough. So we need to know, do these dates work? Do we confirm them? Because this is the most coveted hotel on Ambergris Caye. So let me know. It is directly on the water. It has stunning food, one of the best restaurants on the island, great pools, great amenities, and of course, accessible by just a golf cart ride into the center of town. And you will also do lots of snorkeling and water adventures here while we're in Ambergris Caye. So on March 17th, I've arranged Holchan and Shark Alley. This is the most famous place to go diving and go snorkeling. We're not diving with masks, just snorkeling. And you're going to have a private boat that takes you out there. And you really, in Shark Alley, can be surrounded by 50 nurse sharks. And it is just such an adrenaline-filled experience. And everyone does it. So you can decide to jump in the water if you want. If not, watching it from the boat will be completely comfortable. And that's what my daughter does because she's terrified of all fish and sharks. And so she had a great time just watching them from the water. Really, an event that you will not forget. And then on your last day, day 11, on Monday, March 18th, I have included a sailing cruise that will be taking you to a remote island that there's no one that lives there. It's not a community, and we will have a beach picnic there. So it's just another aspect of the islands. Yes, you will be thrown into the islands with lots of activities and a village and a thriving population, but also go to a place that's really quiet and remote, and it's just you and the marine wildlife. So you can see turtles there, tons of fish, sometimes manatees. So a great experience on the reef, which is the second largest reef outside of Australia. So it's very exciting to be able to visit here without having to be on a boat for many hours. It is literally swimmable from the hotel to the reef. Technically, you could swim out and go to it and be surrounded by colorful fish. And then Tuesday, March 19th, we're going to take you on that little plane back to the mainland. And from there, you take your flight home. So this family of 8 private tour for Belize and Guatemala, 12 days of private touring, $68.99 per person. You let me know what works, what needs tweaking. We can change this in any way you'd like. This is your trip. It's just version 1, and I'm excited to help you. I look forward to chatting, and happy travels.